It's 2 a.m. You're in bed, completely exhausted. You tell yourself, just 5 more minutes of scrolling and then I'll sleep. But you don't. You keep scrolling for another hour. You probably think it's just your lack of willpower or a dopamine addiction. But the truth is much more calculated. You're caught inside a brilliant trap designed by high end tech apps. It's called the dark mode grid. Most people think dark mode is just a cool aesthetic switch to save battery or protect your eyes from bright light. But in reality, it is a masterclass in layout, aesthetics, and psychological manipulation. Today, let's talk about how top tech companies use invisible grids and dark layouts to literally lock your eyes to the screen at night. Think about a standard white UI layout. It has clear, defined edges. Your brain easily registers where the app ends and where your room begins. There is a psychological boundary. But when you switch to true pitch black dark mode, something fascinating happens. The boundaries disappear. The interface blends seamlessly into the physical bezel of your phone, and the phone blends into your dark bedroom. The screen layout feels completely infinite. Tech designers call this spatial immersion. By removing the literal borders of the page, your brain loses its visual anchors. You aren't looking at a screen anymore, you are looking into a void. And because there is no visual cue telling your brain that the container has ended, your subconscious forgets to hit the brake. You just keep consuming. Now let's look at the actual layout alignment. In a dark environment, your eyes naturally crave contrast. Designers know this, so they use a very specific trick, the neon sign effect. In a bright UI, everything fights for your attention, the text, the background, the images. But in a dark grid, the background is completely dead space. It doesn't exist. This gives designers absolute power over your focus. Look at apps like Spotify or Netflix. They use a strict minimalist modular grid where 90% of the screen is deep charcoal or black, but the remaining 10%, the play button, the active tab icon, the premium notification, uses vibrant saturated neon colors. Because the background is pitch black, these tiny colored elements pop out like neon signs on a dark highway. Your eyes are forced to jump exactly where the designer wants them to go. The grid isn't just organizing information, it is actively steering your eyes through a curated loop. Designing a dark layout is actually incredibly difficult. If you just take a white app and invert the colors, it looks terrible. White text on a pure black background creates a visual glitch called halation, where the text looks like it's glowing and blurring. It strains your eyes. To fix this, high-end apps use highly specific layout rules. They don't use pure white text, they use muted silver or light gray. They don't use heavy shadows to create depth. Instead, they use thin, elegant 1 pixel borders or slightly lighter gray boxes to separate information. Everything is designed to make reading at night completely effortless. By reducing visual friction, they remove any minor discomfort that might cause you to lock your phone. The layout makes the reading experience so incredibly smooth that your brain experiences zero fatigue, meaning there is no natural trigger telling you to put the phone down. The next time you find yourself doom scrolling at 2 in the morning, take a closer look at the screen. Notice how the elements are spaced. Notice how the colors pop. And notice how the borders seem to completely vanish into your dark room. The dark grid mode isn't just a design choice or a utility feature to save battery. It is a highly engineered psychological ecosystem built to keep your attention captive in the dark. So the next time you want to sleep on time, don't just turn on dark mode, turn off the screen. If you love deep dives into design psychology or visual storytelling, make sure to hit that subscribe button. See you in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy.